Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be bringing you another shooting drill, and the name of this drill is the Active Self-Protection 10-round skill check. So I've actually been running this drill for a couple years now. If you go way back on the channel, I actually have already made a video about this particular drill, but that was quite a few years ago. Thank goodness I do shoot just a little bit better than I did back then, so I thought I would come back and revisit this drill. So this drill is going to be shot on a standard USPSA target, and it is going to be shot at 7 yards. The drill is going to have a total of 4 stages of fire, and just like the name says, you're going to fire a total in those 4 stages of 10 rounds. This drill is meant to be shot primarily from concealment, and that's how we're going to shoot it today. But you can absolutely shoot this from a duty belt or a war belt, something like that. Technically, to stay within the rules of this drill, it has to be either from concealment or from a active retention holster, something like a Safariland ALS or maybe even a SLS. On the first stage, on the sound of the shot timer, you're going to draw and fire 1 round to the A-zone body of a USPSA target. You will then record your time. On the second stage, you will repeat the process. You will draw and fire 1 round to the main A-zone body. On the third stage, you will draw and fire 2 rounds. This time you're shooting at the A-zone head, which is about the same size as a credit card. And then on the fourth and final stage, you will draw and do a bill drill to the body, which is going to be 6 rounds. So the way that you will score the target, anything that is in the alpha of the body or the head is going to be worth 5 points. Bravo of the head or a Charlie of the body is going to be worth 3 points. Any deltas will be 1 point, and any misses will be 0 points. We don't like misses. So there's a maximum of 50 points that you can score on the target. You will then take all of your times that you were recording, and you will add those up for a total time. You will then take your points from the target, divide that by your total time, then multiply that number by 12.5 to normalize the score. Now, as far as the different scoring brackets for this drill, if you're running this drill below a 30, they recommend that you seek additional training before you actually start carrying a firearm, and I would tend to agree with that. Below a 30 is a pretty low score. If you shoot over a 30 but below a 50, that is considered a pass, but it does class you still as a beginner according to the rules of this drill. If you're shooting this drill between 50 or maybe even closer to 75, they consider that to be a very competent shooter, possibly even on the professional level. If you're shooting this between a 75 or possibly closer to 100, they consider that to be a professional level and extremely competent. Anything over 100 is considered a grandmaster on this drill. Shooting this over 100, you're going to have to be very consistent and really get those times really low and get good hits on the target. I'm going to move the camera over to the side and give this drill a run. I haven't fired any rounds today, so I am completely cold. I'm going to go ahead and run this drill 2 times back to back and just see how I do. And then on that third run, I'm going to have a little bit of a added twist. So that's enough talking. Let's give this drill a run. '93. '86. 172. Nice and controlled. And that was a 182. All right, we got 8 alphas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 alphas in the head, 1 and 2. Let me review the footage and see what I scored. All right, so there is my total time. Had a 9.3, 8.6, 172, and a 182. All that comes up to a 533. I got 50 points on target because everything was an alpha. So we go 50 divided by 5.33 equal 938 times 12.5 gives me a total score of 117. '85. '78. 154. $175. All right, so we got 7 alphas, got 1 barely out, got 2 alphas in the head, so that's going to be a total of 48 points. Let me quickly review the footage, add up my time, and I'll see what I scored. All right, so I got my times added up: a 8.5, 7.8, 154, and 175 comes up with a total of 492. I got a total of 48 points here on the target. So 48 divided by 4.92 is 975. Multiply by 12.5. That gives me a total score of 121.95. So I'm going to go ahead and run the drill one more time with a little bit of added difficulty. This time I'm going to run the drill strong hand only. So I'll be clearing my cover garment, drawing the pistol, doing all the shooting one-handed. $147. $138. $277. That was a 345. All right, so I did get all 8 hits here in the main alpha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That one's breaking the line, so I'll take it. Here on the head box, I did get 1 alpha and 1 bravo, so that's going to knock me down 2 points. Let me figure it up, see how I did. So there's my times: 147, 138, 277, and a 345. Gives me a grand total of 907. I had 48 points on target. 48 divided by 9.07 equal times 12.5. So I scored a 66 running this drill strong hand only. Well, I'm definitely not too mad about any of those runs. I'm actually really happy with that first run of 117, considering that I was completely cold. The second run of 121, after I was warmed up just a bit, pretty happy with that. I would like my strong hand run that I did one-handed, I would like that score to be a little bit higher. I have ran this drill one-handed up into the mid-80s, but that was from a outside the waistband war belt. So running it from concealment, definitely a lot harder, a little bit slower, because I have that extra layer that I have to clear before I can draw. But hey, a 66 on this drill, one-handed, I'll take it. If you ever shot with me personally or outside of the YouTube world, you would know this is a drill that I use all the time when I am evaluating a new shooter. So when somebody comes down here on the range and they're looking to improve their shooting skills a little bit, this is almost always where we start. Now there's a lot of other good drills out there, don't get me wrong, but I do consider this to be one of the best as far as just basic shooting skills. It's not too complicated, it doesn't take but 10 rounds, and it gives someone new who is looking to improve just a very hard line as far as where they are and where they want to be. I personally definitely use this drill in that manner. When I first started shooting this drill several years back, I was shooting it in the upper 70s, maybe low 80s from concealment. Back when I posted the original video that I made about this drill, I believe I was shooting it in the low 90s at that time. Now since then, I've done a lot of shooting, and I like to think that I've improved at least a little bit. The highest I've ever shot this drill was a 133. Now to be completely fair, I was shooting that from a war belt, but I was staying within the rules of the drill. The drill states that you can be from concealment. If you shoot it openly, like on a war belt, it has to be from an active retention holster, and I was shooting it from a Safariland ALS. All in all, a really solid drill, and definitely one that I would highly recommend. If y'all would like to contact me directly, my email is down in the description. Also, you can message me over on Facebook and also on Instagram. I post a lot of content on Instagram and Facebook that never makes it to YouTube. So if you're not following me over there, I would appreciate that as well. As always, thanks for watching. See y'all next time.